On April 23, 1914, one of the most sacred cathedrals of baseball opened its gates for the first time. But back then, it wasn't called Wrigley Field. It was Weigman Park, home to the Chicago Chiefs of the Federal League. Over 21,000 fans witnessed a 9-1 victory over Kansas City, even watching from rooftops when the stands were full. It would be 2 more years before the Cubs moved in, but the legend of the friendly confines was born on this very day. On April 23, 1939, a 20-year-old kid from San Diego named Ted Williams announced his arrival to the baseball world. Playing in only his 4th game for the Boston Red Sox, Williams connected on a first inning, 2-run shot against Bud Thomas of the Philadelphia Athletics. It was the birth of a legend, the first of 521 home runs for the man who would become the greatest pure hitter to ever live. On April 23, 1952, baseball fans witnessed a pitching masterpiece at Sportsman's Park. In a game famously known as the Battle of the Bobs, Bob Feller of the Cleveland Indians and Bob Kane of the St. Louis Browns both threw one-hitters. Despite Feller's dominance, the Browns managed to scratch out a 1-0 victory. It remains the only time in Feller's legendary career that he threw a one-hitter and still took the loss. April 23, 1954, marked the beginning of an era. In a showdown at Sportsman's Park, a 20-year-old Milwaukee Braves rookie named Henry Aaron stepped up to the plate. Facing veteran pitcher Vic Raschi, Aaron launched a solo blast over the left field wall for his first major league home run. It was the first of 755, a journey that would eventually crown him as the home run king and one of the greatest icons in the history of the game. On April 23, 2012, one of the greatest defensive players to ever step onto a diamond called it a career. Ivan Pudge Rodriguez announced his retirement at the ballpark in Arlington after 21 legendary seasons. A 13-time Gold Glover and the 1999 AL MVP, Pudge redefined the catcher position with his lightning-fast release and powerful arm. He left the game as the all-time leader in games caught, cementing his legacy as a first-ballot Hall of Famer and a true icon of the sport. On April 23, 2022, Miguel Cabrera etched his name into the pantheon of baseball immortals. In front of a roaring home crowd at Comerica Park, Miggy grounded a first-inning single against Antonio Senzatela to become the 33rd member of the 3,000-hit club. He was the first Venezuelan to reach the mark and joined an even more exclusive group of just 7 players with 3,000 hits and 500 home runs. It wasn't just a hit, it was the crowning achievement of a Triple Crown legend. April 23rd is truly one of the most legendary days in MLB history. Which of these moments was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow The Strike Zone 2.0 for your daily dose of baseball history. Until next time.